filming this with the Viltrox 33mm f1.4 for M Mount Canon cameras like the Canon M50 or the M6 Mark II. It's a 53mm equivalent lens, which is a nice focal length for most photography and similar to what your eyes see in real life. It has a wide maximum aperture of f1.4 controlled by the aperture ring on the lens, which is nice, but we'll get onto it a little bit later on in the video. It also has a virtually noiseless STM autofocus motor, which is essential for video shooting. It also has a high quality metal structure, but yet it is still light with a weight of 270 grams, and it can be updated via the USB port on the lens. All in all, this 33mm f1.4 lens looks very interesting, and hopefully in this video we're going to come to some kind of conclusion whether or not it's worth buying or not. Viltrox did send me this lens for free, but if you follow me for a while you'll know that every review I do is totally honest and independent. If you've clicked on this video to check out what the video quality is like, or you want to see what kind of photos this lens can produce, I am not precious about it whatsoever. You can skip along the video. All the timestamps are linked down below to get to the various points of this video. But while you're down there, please make sure that you do subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. It really does help this channel grow. I really appreciate that. So first of all, video quality and performance. We haven't got any image stabilization built in this lens, so you are just using the electronic stabilization in the Canon M50 to shoot this video. On this channel we mainly shoot tech videos, so how does this lens cope with shooting some product B-roll? Let's find out. Next, is this lens good for photography? Well, the great news is that the Canon EFM lineup mostly all feature that fantastic dual pixel autofocus, which does help. The focal length of 33mm on APS-C or 53mm full frame equivalent is one of those focal lengths which is great for most types of photography. Whether you shoot street or landscape photos, and of course this lens will be brilliant for portrait photography with that wide aperture of f1.4, so you can get some creamy bokeh. What I did, I took this lens out for a shoot this morning for sunrise, POV style with the GoPro, and here's how we got on. That's the shot, that's the money shot right there, guys. So the sun, let's focus on it, just coming up, peeking up over the horizon. Beautiful. Like I said, I like the fact you can adjust the aperture. Take some landscape as well. So out and about with the Viltrox, it's compact, it's very light as well, so it doesn't add any weight to this M50. If you're looking for a small camera to start off with, the original Mark I M50 is probably the camera I'd recommend for anybody out there. It's so light, so easy to use. Canon autofocus is brilliant. Yeah, perfect to add to the kit if you've got this camera. Really like it, really compact, really small, really light. And from the images I'm getting at the moment, really great quality as well. Soggy down there, but we're just going to try and see what we can do. Let's stop down all the way to f16. Oh, okay, that looks pretty good actually. We could probably get that into Lightroom. Let's see what we can do with it. We're pushing the capabilities of this little Canon M50. I want to try and get just a little bit closer in some of this gunk down here. I didn't wear my waterproof shoes today. Let's try and that. I'm hoping we can pull some of this back in Lightroom and see what we can sort of create. So we're just going to get a few more shots like this. Considering Canon's own 32mm f1.4 costs around £500, and you could pick up a Sigma 30mm f1.4 and use it with an adapter, how does this lens stack up? Well, I was impressed with how the photos turned out, to be honest. Considering this is an APS-C camera and the price point of this lens, they look pretty fantastic. Not the sharpest lens I've ever seen. The Sigma 35mm I use on the Canon R6 is really crispy, but that is an art lens and more than double the price. But half the price of the Sigma, it performs outstanding. Where I think this lens shines though is video. The near silent autofocus is a big plus. The wide aperture of f1.4 is great to have, and the fact that it's so light compared to other lenses out there makes travelling with this lens so much more bearable than other lenses I've got in my bag. Overall, I recommend it. I think it's a really great lens to have in your camera bag, and if Canon actually do release this gimbal style EFM mount contraption that is rumoured out there at the moment, then this lens would be absolutely perfect for that. Light, nimble and beautiful picture, nice bokeh. So fingers crossed that happens. Well, that's it for this video. If you want to watch the whole POV video that I shot with this lens, then make sure you subscribe. That'll be out in a couple of days time. Press that bell so you don't miss any future uploads. But until next time, take it easy. Oh, you better watch this video up here and then subscribe about here, and check out the podcast. That'll be linked down below. That's fun. Season 2 of that coming up very soon. Until next time, take it easy. See you soon, guys.